What's good, everybody? It's your boy Joe B1, your favorite rap and Black Series collector. Today on Taungsdays, am I right? We're going to be taking a look at 5 figures from 2024, 5 of my favorite pickups. Not my top 5 necessarily, but just 5 I really enjoyed so far. And we're also going to take a look at 5 figures pre-2024 that I really enjoy. Again, grabbed at random from the shelf, but just ones that I really like. So y'all tune in. We're going to take a look at this dual top 5 video. Much love. May the force be with you guys. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Taungsdays. Am I right? Let's go ahead and take a look at the first set here. This is a Mace Windu and 187th Trooper 2-pack. And I was really thrilled to get this set, man. It was really hard to get it first. There's a lot of really cool detail and clever reuse. Yes, it's the Mace Windu body. I believe in the updated head sculpt. In any case, it looks really good. And of course, you can see the gauntlet there, which looks great. It has that the symbol there. And then, the paint apps on the trooper look fantastic. And the helmet is removable. Like I said, even though it's the older trooper design, I like it a lot. Moving on, I've got the B2 and C3PO battle droid set. And dude, I really love this set. I know a lot of people are really looking forward to the clean version. I'm on the other end of that spectrum. I kind of like some of this more funny slash gimmicky stuff. Because it cracks me up, man, when I see it on the shelf. But yeah, love the detail on these figures, and I'm super happy to have these guys in the collection. If y'all been following me for a while, y'all remember the hype when I was working on this. So I appreciate you guys for showing so much love and everything during that time. And but man, yeah, I really, really, really enjoy this set. And next up, we've got the Droideka. I only picked up one of these. I figure there's probably a reprint paint or two coming out soon. So I'm happy to have just the one, but this figure is fantastic, phenomenal. It's absolutely beautiful, articulates well. I will say the legs do get a little bit loose when you mess with them. So whenever I do get my second one, I probably won't fiddle with it so much. I'll just leave it in its upright position. But yeah, love this figure. Was so thrilled for this one to get added to the collection, and was so hyped whenever they announced it. But next up we have Darth Sidious. And I told y'all in my last video that him is among one of my favorites. So I knew I was going to have to go ahead and do a video of it. But yeah, lots of great detail. The lightning effects stand up really well. It's just a great figure overall. Great likeness. The lightsaber looks fantastic. Sometimes I'm 50-50 on soft goods. I said that in the last one. And I will argue that there is storage for his lightsaber right there in the sleeve. Moving on, we have Jedi Master Soul. I just really like how it looks, man. Just kind of a regal Jedi. It's got some really great paint apps. I mean, I'm really loving how this thing came out. The new look and articulation to these Jedi are just fantastic. Really like the gauntlets and the saber. It's just a fantastic look. Robe on, robe off. Right now, this I have them on the shelf just because of the last video. But likely will get the robe put back on. Now, moving on to 5 older favorites in the line. Pre-2024, starting with Death Watch Mando. Which if you don't have this figure, this one is popping up at like Ollie's and maybe even Ross. And I know it's online. I've seen it for as cheap as like $15, $12. And let me tell you, this is a fantastic figure. It's worth every dollar, even at full price. So if you can find 1 or 2 of these to add to your Mandalorian shelf, I highly recommend it. Very well articulated. Kind of a unique and new weapon there. Mine is a little bit warped. He's been holding it that way for a long time, but that's an easy fix with some warm water. So no big deal. Moving on, we have Scorch. And if you've been following for a while, I was super thrilled to get this one in the collection. Great paint apps, great looking character. Definitely recommend this one. If you don't have the Delta Squad on your shelf already, man, all four of those figures are great. Same basic body as like the Hunter figure, but it just looks fantastic and articulates super well. So I highly, highly, highly recommend grabbing the Scorch Black Series figure if you can. And moving on, we have Jedi Revan. This is one of my favorite figures in the entire line. There's nothing really too crazy special about it. I just really like the look of it. You know, the articulation is pretty good. The paint apps are really fantastic. It stands out no matter where I put it on the shelf. So if you don't have Jedi Revan, I know that I've seen it around online. It may not be the cheapest, but it is really good. And I apologize for the vibrating from my phone notifications. Next up, we have Starkiller. This is the big box set version. I do have the official you know, effects pieces, but I just threw these on there for practicality's sake. So I appreciate you guys for checking this out. But yeah, Starkiller is a fantastic figure. They do have a single release that doesn't come with all the extra effects. So either one you're able to get a hold of, which I think that box set you can get for pretty cheap right now, cheaper than the original price, even on some of the sites that are reselling it. So I'll definitely look into that, man, because it's a great set if you don't have it. And last but not least, I've been quoted as calling this my favorite figure in the line. I can't really pick a favorite per se, but Count Dooku is definitely an intriguing character and one of my favorite figures. They really nailed the likeness. And I apologize, my camera is having some issues, but you know, we get some good shots here. But I'm a huge fan of this figure. I'm an absolutely huge fan of this figure. Happy to have it on the shelf. And I remember the hype whenever it finally came in. I was super thrilled. But yeah, if you don't have Count Dooku, it's actually one of those ones that you can get for pretty cheap, even on the aftermarket now. So highly recommend grabbing you one of these if you don't have Count Dooku yet. And again, I appreciate everyone for checking this video out. Thank you so much. What can I say, guys? I really appreciate you for joining here on the Fan Force Alliance for another episode of Taungsdays. Am I right? Your weekly Star Wars break from all the nonsense we got to deal with in the day-to-day that sometimes stresses out. So I hope you catch this video. It gives you a little kind of mental respite, a mental break, mental breather, you know, to kind of think about and enjoy Star Wars for a moment, you know what I mean? And even if you're not a collector of Star Wars the Black Series or any type of Star Wars memorabilia, you got to admit that the figures look great. You know, they're a lot of fun, and you know, they make for a great way to connect with the universe that we all love. So if you're not currently a collector, maybe you're not into action figures, maybe it's posters or comics or something like that, dive in, man. Come join us. Anyways, guys, it's been your boy Joby Wan, the Hip Hop Jedi, your favorite Rap and Black Series collector. Happy to have you here on Taungsdays. Am I right? And we'll catch you again soon in the next video. Much love. May the Force be with you. I'm out.